Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I'm the Humble Gamer and this is another episode of Railway Empire 2. I hope this is going to be the last episode of the first campaign, mainly because we've got 72,000, well nearly 73,000 citizens in the Mid-Atlantic region, because we've basically spent a load of time pumping up Philadelphia, and we just need to deliver 8 loads of salt to New York City. And that's what this train is hopefully going to do. So we will ride along with it. And I'm hoping in the time it takes us to get from Taylor Stop up here to New York City down here, we will have completed the main objectives of this map. I am not, obviously there are also the optional objectives. I'm not too fussed about that. Albany's already 120, that happened off camera. Montreal is heading towards 120,000. That happened off camera, and New York is also heading towards 120,000. So I think I will eventually have that particular one, and I will eventually be able to buy Barty Shiloh's company. So it's just the Virginia region. I don't really have the desire to go into that specifically during a Let's Play. So if you want 100% completion, as always, this is not necessarily the channel for you. But yeah, so now we've got 8 loads of salt. It's already up to 73,000 in the Mid-Atlantic States region, so I think in the next however long it takes us to get this, however many minutes it takes us to get this train to New York, I think we are going to be golden in terms of this scenario. As we hold behind the train that's ahead of us. It's annoying that they don't now use the, because in the previous game, in RE1, they used, as you can see my cursor's pointing at the fueling thing, they used that as a signal, so I could now approach, but then obviously, actually what I might do is if I pause, I'll put a passing loop in. Oh no, if I do that, then no, I'm not going to do that, ignore me, because if I do that, then it'll all the trains will get sent back to their original. I think I'd rather sit and wait, frankly. He'll be back soon enough, and it also gives us time to chat through what's going to happen next in terms of what you guys are going to see. Obviously this will be this is the 3rd week, no, 4th week now, because this is the 7th episode. There's been 4 weeks of Railway Empire 2. I will be continuing with the campaign. I'm going to do that fairly swiftly afterwards, but I want to spend a couple of weeks doing something different. I don't know what, but it'll be something fairly small, and then you'll get Railway Empire 2, the campaign 2 back. But obviously, because we are doing a lot of railway content on the chat, which is what I want to do. But I don't want it to all be samey content, so we will have there'll be a small gap from Railway Empire. Pardon me. That should be me good to go. What am I waiting for? Oh, it needs to get off to Jackson's Rest, doesn't it? Oh no, it doesn't. Oh yeah, no, it probably does actually. This is going to take some time. This is going to take quite a bit of time, in fact. It's still just sat there. Are we good yet? Can we go yet? Can my train go yet? There's a lot of stuff happening. And my train's not going anywhere. And that concerns me greatly. It's waiting for something that's in this direction, because that's what those red arrows are pointing at. What's it waiting for? The Portland to Bangor train. Well, that's of no use to me, because it'll be waiting for that forever. Oh god, this is going to be a very slow video, isn't it? And now all these lot are waiting for each other. Oh no, now they're sorted, are they? Are they sorted? No, there's traffic. There's problems with traffic, basically.
Competition is good for business, they say.
Right, so we've got the 75,000 in the Mid-Atlantic States region. This is going to take a lot of time, isn't it? Oh, hooray, we're moving. Finally, we have right of way. While there's some research going, we'll get cabooses, and we would normally add them on to all the trains, but because this is hopefully the last episode, in fact it will be, because we're going to get this to New York. We've just got to get it to New York. Actually, we will properly ride along, I think, with this, so that we can get it to New York in a decent amount of time, but we're not rushing it through. Especially since I don't have to check on any of the objectives, because they're all just going to happen now. Everything is good as far as the other objectives are concerned. So we're now coming into Bangor. We're going to get stopped here. Quite possibly we're going to get stopped at Bangor. Oh no, it's double track, isn't it, for a bit, I think. It is, but we are going to have to wait. Potentially for that train to come all the way back, which is when I will... I don't know, possibly just for that train, actually, because it's going to go into the other... Yeah, no, it's not just for that train, so I will now speed everything up while we're waiting. That's Bangor to Montreal, isn't it? Yeah. But it's quite nice. We get to see most of our eastern seaboard, actually, most of our eastern seaboard route. So, right now we've got two Derwents waiting for a clear track. It's going to be a race to see who gets there first, because the Firefly is just going to come down the middle track and just go back that way. Why is it Derwent on a passenger train? Oh, because it's got goods, because it's a mixed locomotive. The Derwent isn't mixed. Oh, I see why. It's because it's the Jackson's Rest train. Now, you know what, fair enough, I will leave that in the hands of the Derwent, I think. I kind of like that. Ah, something happened there, so I think we are going to be... So what number Derwents have we got here? We've got... I'm on 0034, and the other Derwent, well, I'm on 34, and the other one is number 11. So yes, we've got new trains and old trains. Or new routes and old routes, basically. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be playing in between times. I know that I want to be doing... I know there will be some mini Metro coming your way. I don't know whether... But that'll be a long series, I think. That'll be something that rumbles along in the background properly as the Firefly goes back to Montreal with its short mixed train. But yeah, so then there'll be something. There might be a couple of one-shots. Secure supply guarantee. But yes, that will now go down to Jackson Rest, which is fine, because that will get out of the way. That's not an issue. That train was never in my way. I'm waiting now for the train coming back from Bangor.
3 weeks later.
There we go, we're good to go, although we have now used up all our water. But we're away at least. Where is the nearest supply tower? It's there. That's fine. We will speed this up just so that we don't spend too long going slowly or doing nothing because we're out of water. Basically what I've discovered is I've built this railway really inefficiently. But it's fine, it was the first campaign scenario, I'm not too fussed about that. While that's happening, let's buy some more stocks. Oh, actually, I'm really close. I'm just going to let the money roll in a bit more. 3762, I can buy that very quickly, I reckon.
This is what happens when someone gets in my way. Something gets broken.
Yeah, well, I'm about to buy your company, so... you know. Do with that what you will. There we go. That'll do. Merger. Merge, there we go. I'd like to proceed. Liquidate everything. So it's all gone. So I've completed that. So I could now continue to build down there because they've now got no railway, but that's not my problem. certainly not my problem within this scenario. So, but we did it. We did that. That's fine. I'll take that. We've now got $10 million, which is what I plan to do. I plan to liquidate their company so that I could continue on and complete the optional objectives if I fancied it. I don't think I do, simply because again it's just waiting for cities. I think let's have a look at what those optional objectives are. Yeah, three cities of 120,000 or more and reach 120,000 citizens in the Virginia region. I don't want to do that. I want to move on. You know, I get that, you know, obviously I appreciate that, but as I've said, I don't like the fact that this scenario, and I hope that the other campaigns are different, but these seem to be very heavy on waiting for numbers to go up rather than delivering or running a railroad. It seems to be much more about making cities bigger, which is, I guess, it is part of the remit of what the railways were trying to do, but it's not the be-all and end-all, and I feel like this game is treating it as such, so I'm just going to brighten myself up a little bit. Not my attitude, obviously, I'm going to be a miserable fuck until the day I die, but still. At least I can admit it. Yeah, this section of single track is a problem. This section of single track is definitely a problem. If I was going to play this longer, I would upgrade this to, well, here it would be triple track, or at least there'd be a passing loop somewhere in the forest, probably where the resupply tower is, because then you can have more, or probably double track this entire section, triple track this entire section and put one of those gridirons in. But either way, we're finally going to get through Portland and then get through Boston, and then this is nearly going to be a half-hour video, I reckon, by the time we get to New York with these 8 loads of salt. It's taken nearly a year in game time to get this salt to New York, which is, yeah, quite a long time, even for something that's not perishable like salt. Yeah, either way, here we go. Through Portland and, yes, on to pastures new. Flying down the east coast. We should be fine from this point. I don't think there should be too many hold-ups. I think most stuff is in place at this point to make this, particularly the route to New York, fairly simple, because I've also added in I don't know if you saw this, but I've added in a new set of joints from, because obviously the New York line went underneath the Boston to Albany line, but I also had to create some high. I've got low-level joints to the New York line, but I've now got some high-level joint spurs that go from the Boston to Albany line to the Boston to New York line, so you can go from the north straight to New York, which you couldn't do beforehand because of track restrictions around the Boston area, which I have now solved. I think when I do the following scenarios, I'm going to build. I basically, when I started this game, I got straight into it and I'd forgotten how to play the original game, how to play it, and so I've made mistakes. Like I didn't put passing loops in. I'm going to have to remember them. And yeah. I mean, again, I think I will just start double tracking every route I build from the get-go. Right, Portland was a particular problem because I couldn't get past a building with one of the tracks. But yeah, I will be double tracking every route from this point forwards, I think, as standard. Oh, hello, that's a Dunham. With the Boston to Portland train. No, it's not, it's a Firefly pulling just mail. Oh, the mail train. Right, so this is Boston. So we will now pause because we are waiting for possibly that train to go across us. No, just to come past us, that's fine. And that's just passengers. And that's what we were waiting for, that's fine. Oh no, we were waiting for that one, weren't we? Yes. Because yeah, Boston was an odd, because it was the first one, and it was the first one I did, having not remembered how to play the game. Some odd stuff happened in and around Boston that I wouldn't let happen again, and it's poor that I let happen this time. But either way, here we go, flying through Boston Station to complete the scenario. So we'll now go round on the slightly bouncy tracks outside Boston, because the New York route will now be going underneath. We will then come past these junctions over the New York route. Oh, so I don't know what I've done. Well, I know what I've done there. I've pressed the wrong button. So yes, as you can see, we're now currently going over the New York route. Yeah, you can see that Boston has become a bottleneck. But now these are the new spurs that will go across and take us down onto the Boston-New York route. We'll probably end up behind the express we just saw going underneath us. Yeah, we will. Oh no, we won't. We're going to be ahead of... Going to be behind one but ahead of the other one. Hey passengers, you're being shoved aside for a train of salt. Oh no, we're waiting as well. Oh yes, because New York has also probably become a bit of a bottleneck. Oh no, I'm waiting for that guy. So that guy's going to go ahead of me. So that train there will go ahead of me. It is currently waiting for the other train. And once it gets past its next signal, we will then go on and follow it. Yeah, so there's the line that goes underneath the Boston track. And then yeah, we will just keep on plodding behind the two passenger trains. Although they're a bit more mixed than just passenger trains. We should be clear to go through because he's gone past that one, unless there's something coming off here. I think also what I would have done is I would have simplified. Oh no, we are waiting, so something's going to come. I think from up there, or possibly. I think it's coming from there. I think that's what we're waiting for. Which again, I think I know how to solve. I think I've just done poor track management in this scenario. We're already up to half an hour waiting for this bloody train to get places. You won't necessarily have seen all of it. In fact, you won't have seen all of it. 3 wagon loads of apples. That's what my campaign winning train has been held up for. 3 loads of apples. I really do love these wagon designs. Wagon and coach designs, love them. As away we go. We are not that far from New York, I don't think. I think. So I shouldn't be stopping. There we go. Yeah, I think that junction is fairly close to New York. Oh, we've got $11 million. But yes, so once we've done this, we will have completed this first scenario. The first campaign scenario, and I'm not going to be doing the extra objectives. Not for the channel anyway. Oh, it's taking on water. Of course it's taking on water. Why wouldn't it want to hold us up a little bit more, push us up towards that 45-minute marker? Okay, cool. I'm back now. It's not sorted, but it's nothing major. I can deal with it later. And we are literally at New York, so this will now be the end, because once we arrive in New York, once it allows us into the platform, which I'm assuming it will do. Yes. Good. Lovely. We're coming into the center road of New York, because once we've done that, my friends, is the first scenario. And we've got 2 out of the 3 of the 120,000 more citizens. That's going to be here in it's going to be Montreal, and New York needs a thing, so why not build them a university? There you go, new university, bang, in the centre of New York. That'll do. Done.
We can keep Philadelphia in our realm. That would be a great opportunity for us. I see you weren't intimidated by that, didn't you? That is good, because I've invested sizable sums in this venture. Failure?
Yes, we've done it. We've done it.
So close, I can literally taste it. A network just needs another little expansion.
What?
The mayor of Albany doesn't have to remain the pinnacle of my career. How does member of Congress sound to you? Bravo! You sure showed him. People won't be entrusting their company to this scoundrel anytime soon.
You mean there's more? Okay. So since we're doing the original task list, oh no,
Really marvelous. You are
smash that.
I can't tell you how happy I am.
So we've done that one, so that's fine. We've got to transport 60 passengers without changing from Washington DC to Buffalo, and provide in 8 cities a train connection with an express status. That's fine. We will do that all in the next episode. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please do like and subscribe. I built a library in New York, not a university, so that's frustrating. Since we're going to do this, might as well go for some of the other ones as well. So why the fuck not? We will carry on playing this, because there is more to this than I thought there was. So The university will go bang there, why not? New York City can start growing. So we're going to have 3 out of 3 on there. That's simple enough. So we're now going to expand southwards. We've got Philadelphia. So we need Washington. And then all the rest of it. I need to go Washington to Buffalo. I will probably just build a direct route from Washington to Buffalo, but I will do that in another episode. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out the game in the description below. Check out my other train sim stuff in the description below. Check out everything in the description below. Check out all the annotations on the screen you're about to see. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I was me. That was Railway Empire 2. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye.
Parking brake engaged.
Don't press spacebar.
Yeah, I discovered that the wrong way. I dropped my phone and it pressed spacebar.
Just imagine dropping your phone in a truck and accidentally engaging
The parking brake.